All right, it's 10:45 a.m. and problem number 1 asks, what time will it be in 143,999,999,995 minutes? Oh boy, that's a big number. Now, if this were any other number, I'd say, well, you could divide it by 60, and that will give you the number of hours, right? And then you could divide it by 24, and that would give you the number of days. And then you could break this number down into the number of days, number of hours, and number of minutes, and then you could um, more easily figure out what time it will be. But I've told you that you're not supposed to use a calculator on this, and there is an easier way to do it. So I want you to find an easier way to do it. And my hint to you would be to look at this number and notice that it's really, really close to another number. So use that and see if you can figure it out from that. All right. So what number is it really, really close to? Well, let me go ahead and give you the solution, and I'll solve it for you here. So let's see. So 143,999,000,000 and so on. That is equal to 144 billion even minus 5. Okay? So 144 billion is actually an easier number to work with. So if we take that and we divide it by 60, so let's do that. So we have 60 divided by 144 comma 0, 0, 0. We got 9 zeros here. Okay. So let's go and divide that. This would go in here twice. This would be 120. We get 24. Drop the 0. And so we get a 4. And this divides, oops, this divides evenly. Okay. So we get, take 60 times 4, we get 240. And that's 0, so all the rest of these are going to be zeros. So 0, 0, comma 0, 0, 0, comma 0, 0, 0. Alright, so we have 2,400,000,000, and this now is hours. Okay, so we had 144 billion minutes. If we divide that by 60, because there's 60 minutes in an hour, now we have hours. Okay? So now we have 2,400,000,000 hours. So how many days is that? That's pretty easy. So let's take 24 into what do I run? 2400, comma 000, comma 000. Okay, so 2,400,000,000 hours divided by 24 hours in a day. So what are we going to get? We're going to get 100 million days. Exactly. So if this number up here were 144 billion, then that would be exactly 100,000 days, and it would be 1045, right? Okay, so it'll be 1045. I meant 5. Getting ahead of myself here. 1045 in 144 billion minutes. Right? But we said that the number that we're actually working with is 5 minutes less than 144 billion. So it will actually be 1040 a.m. in 143 1,999,995 minutes. Okay? So you see how we did that? So we rounded this up. We noticed that this was 5 minutes less than the nice round number that we could work with more easily. And then worked with that, and then we just remembered at the end that the thing we had been working with was 5 minutes less, so we had to subtract 5. Okay, so here's our answer, 10:40 a.m. Now, you might be wondering, that's a big number. I wonder how many years that is. And I actually calculated that out, that 100 million days and I use a calculator for this. Since I didn't ask it, it's fair. I didn't ask, this wasn't the, the question I was asking you. 100 million days is actually, if I divide that by 365 days per year, and I'm going to approximate it, it's approximately 274,000 years. So, in reality, who knows what's going to happen in 274,000 years. I don't know if the clocks will be still keeping time the way they are now. But theoretically, it would be 10:40 a.m. So there you go.